Hey there guys, this is Obsidian Chill. Got another video for today. And this is coming from the test server. This is a part of episode 48, Harley Quinn vs. Apocalypse. We are taking a look at the open world, Apokoliptic Gotham City. Now to get a few talking points out of the way first, we do not have an official release date yet. Typically it's on test server for about 2 weeks approximately, so that would make it for a mid-September release on live. But once the official date is known, it'll be publicized in multiple different places. The second talking point is that Max CR is not known as of yet. It's the gear that I'm wearing. I'm half elite, don't have the OP item yet, so I'm assuming it's going to be around like 464 if I had to take a guess. But obviously, once I have that available, that'll come in a video as well. And then the last talking point is that the OP item is the OP waste. So some players have kind of drawn allusions to, as well as brought it up again, from the March producer's letter from the new executive producer. We had a comment saying that regarding episode 48, we will move in new directions, though it's way too soon to talk about what episode 48 will look like, but our goal is to make it as great and as different from any episode that has come before. So obviously, if you've seen my previous videos, the solo, the alert, and the raid, that comment doesn't necessarily ring true. It's pretty much the as expected in terms of a mix of kind of new maps and recycled content, mechanics, parallels from other raids. But basically, status quo. For this open world, I can slightly see that being true for that comment. This open world is slightly different than what we've seen before. It is actually a really nice open world. So you see from the beginning, I kind of previously went through the vendor. You saw the bounty there. So there's 2 bounty weekly missions that are available right now. We have the Brimstone. Right now, his health is way too low, so it can't really be considered a bounty. But I think that's just a scaling issue. The second one is the Hellspor's Convoy, which is not publicly available on test right now, it would seem. But that seems like it could be interesting or new to map, because the way it follows not just one bounty area, it kind of follows like a whole street. So maybe it's like a defend mission where you have to defend a convoy that's being attacked, or you attack the convoy to destroy it or whatever. But hopefully we'll see some more information on that. And then there is a third area to the left of the main spawn that obviously there's nothing in it right now. There's no mission tied to it, but you can tell that it's pretty substantial that there was something designed for that. So that could be another bounty in the future, or something that's not released on public test yet. We don't know. In terms of the daily missions themselves, they are pretty much the exact same in terms of defeating ads, turning cogs, destroying equipment. So there's nothing new from the missions perspective, unless this new convoy mission is separate. But at the same time, people are worried about, it's just like a 60 daily counter. But as you see, as I'll do through the missions, once you defeat certain objects or ads or missions, they count for more than one. So it's not like it's 60, you get like 10 credit for some. Also, the augment breakthrough ranks are back again, where you get 25%, a chance at 25%, or in this case 50% if with both breakthroughs for extra mission credit. But as you see there, rescued citizens, I counted for like 10 or 12. So it does go, the missions go very quickly. Same thing, I defeated 2 ads, they accounted for 1 each. But as you saw there, that turning that cog counted for 10. So basically you get 12 credit for just doing one, group of ads or whatever. So the daily missions will go very quickly. Same thing with the bounty missions and the weekly missions. So from that aspect, I don't see that being an issue. The open world itself, the main difference is how the missions are collected and returned. Now that's going to be somewhat controversial. You'll see kind of in the clip here in a moment after I finish this or finish each one of the missions. But the missions are not all in the same place. They're scattered throughout. There's no teleporters to each of the missions either. They are indicated on the map as a white dot, so it's not like they're impossible to find. And also, once I kind of zoom up here in the open world, you're going to see in the air there's like a big white kind of spotlight or pillar indicating where the missions are found. So from that perspective, I don't really see that being an issue. I think it's just more so that you kind of explore the open world a bit more, rather than just having all the missions collected and say like the spawn location, and then you don't have to go anywhere else, or you can just warp rally back to the start and turn the missions in. So I really don't think it's going to be that tedious just to go to a few different places. I mean, it is a daily. I mean, I guess so if you're doing it like say you're doing the daily missions on like multiple alts. So if you're doing like the same thing like 4 or 5 times, or some people have like even 10 or 16 alts, I personally don't understand how you can have that many alts. So that would drive me nuts if I had to do all the dailies every single day on like 10, 15 different tunes. That's a bit excessive in my point, but some people, that's their preference. But yeah, so if you're doing that many times, I can see it being tedious then, because you're going to have to fly or transverse to each one of those locations. But, I mean, it's just me add like 30 seconds of inconvenience. I really don't see that much being an issue. But, overall, I do like the open world. It's not like... I mean, you get this apocalyptic theme, and you got lava pools everywhere, destructions, but it doesn't feel like you're in Gotham City. It doesn't feel like... I mean, there's some maps where, like, say, a lot of like the Central City ones, like a lot of like the DLCs that have reused Central City, right away it's Central City. I mean, most of it's just copy and paste, maybe a few things different changed. Or if it's like when they use Gotham, remember that I forget what it was called, but it was like the one with Justice League Dark. Was it Justice League Dark? Yeah, Justice League Dark. So basically it was just Gotham City, but they like just put a monster up in the air and maybe like made like the sky a bit darker or something. Like really hardly anything changed. But here right now, if you're watching the clip, this is basically the sections where you turn, and you just kind of either you can go by the mini map, or you can just search by those white pillars in the air, and then you have to, you're going to be there from where they're going to be situated. But yeah, it doesn't feel like Gotham City. It does feel like they've done enough new assets in this where it feels like a new map. And it's quite large as well in terms of the area. So I really do feel like they did a good job in this open world. I mean, open world's going to be open world. I mean, it's going to be a few bounty missions, some daily missions. Nothing too unexpected there. But in terms of like the kind of hazy fog, we've got the... a bunch of lava pools everywhere, new building structures. I mean, that clock tower is new. I don't recall seeing that kind of like a clock tower in Gotham, or at least being able to climb up onto it and have that as a perch. But I mean, you guys can make your own and draw your own opinions. Plus, there's like this tubing everywhere, kind of connecting all the new like apocalyptic buildings. So really, I do feel like this open world, they did a good job on. Enough to warrant the new comment saying like this is going to be different and exciting from any other episode before. I don't know if you can sell an episode just on open world, but we'll see. But take care, guys. We'll see you next video.